Did you know that over 80% of Americans never learn a single foundational money skill? And as a result, the vast majority end up living paycheck to paycheck for life. If you have kids between the ages of 5 and 16, what I'm about to reveal isn't just some feel-good tip. It's the single strategy that can set your child up for financial confidence and independence that most adults only wish they had. I'm Mark, and after helping hundreds of families implement this over the last 15 years, I've seen firsthand the massive difference it makes. So let me ask you, would you want your child to be in the 20% that get this right? Because in the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how it works, step by step. Before we dive into the actionable steps, let's get real. Why do most adults struggle with money, living paycheck to paycheck, feeling anxious about every unexpected expense? Here's a fact that stunned me. According to a University of Cambridge study, children's money habits are largely set by age 7. Yes, by 7. That means the small things we do, even before double digits, can make or break their financial future. Most parents never even talk about money, let alone teach it through action. And that gap follows kids for the rest of their lives. Having spent the last 15 years guiding hundreds of families, not just my own. Through these conversations, I can testify to this. I've also applied it in my own family with my kids, and the transformation is incredible. But before I break down the framework, let me share a quick moment. Have you ever had your child grab onto your leg as you're about to head out the door to work and plead, "Please don't go. I want to spend time with you." It tugs at your heart. Early on, my mentor taught me something profound. Instead of saying work is something I have to do, I always explain. I get to go help people, that's why I'm heading out now, and I can't wait to see you when I get home. Wealthy families intentionally teach that work is empowering, that we add value, and that's a gift. Little scripts like this change how our kids see money, work, and freedom. If you appreciate that idea or use something similar, hit the like button right now, or drop a comment below to share your approach. I read every one. Now, let's shift gears. Most parents hope their kids will just pick up good money habits along the way. But as I always say, most kids don't follow what we say. They copy what we do. Money habits are caught, not taught. Step 1, the 3 jars method. If your kids are between 5 and 9 years old, here's where to start. The system I recommend, and use myself, is the classic 3 jars. Spend, save, and give. Simple but powerful. You, the parent, decide what percentage of every dollar goes into each jar at this stage. Let's say your child earns $20 this month, maybe from chores or a lemonade stand. You sit down together for 5 to 10 minutes, hand them the money, and help them allocate it. In my family, for kids under 10, we use a basic 40-40-20 split. 40% to spend, 40% to save, and 20% to give. That means if your child receives $20, $8 goes in spend, $8 in save, and $4 in give. The spend jar is theirs to use how they want. If they want to save up in their spend jar for a bigger toy, that's their choice. The save jar is hands-off. It's about building the habit of putting money away for later. And the give jar non-negotiably goes to helping others. Whether that's weekly or saving up for a cause that excites your child. Quick check. Do you already use any kind of money jars with your kids? Or is this a completely new idea? Comment yes if you're already doing it, or brand new if this is fresh for your family. I'm genuinely curious to see which camp you're in. Step 2. Upgrading to ownership and control. Ages 9 and up. Here's where wealthy families quietly take things to the next level. And it's the move that most parents skip. Around age 9 or 10, sometimes a little earlier if your child is ready, you flip a switch. Your child is now in control of how much goes into spend and save every month. Give stays at whatever non-negotiable percentage you set at the start. Maybe 10%. Maybe 20% because generosity is still a core habit. But everything else? Up to them. This is when abstract money habits become real decision-making with real consequences. You might be thinking, won't my kid just dump everything straight into spend and ignore savings? Honestly, for some kids, that's their first move. But here's the trick wealthy parents use. The step nobody tells you about. Step 3. Parent as the bank. The savings incentive. You become the bank, and as the bank, you pay interest on whatever your child keeps in save. No, not a boring 2% or 3% you'd get at the local branch. We want these numbers to be visually exciting for kids. So try 10%, 20%, even 25% monthly interest on small balances. Remember, the dollar amounts are low. The impact is the lesson, not the total. Imagine this. Your 10-year-old makes $20 one month. 10%, $2 goes in give non-negotiable. The remaining $18 is split however they choose between spend and save. Here's the moment for a curiosity loop. If your child decides to put all $18 in spend now, what happens? They get to use the money, but they earn zero interest. But if they put $18 in save, and you offer them 25% interest for the month, that $18 becomes $22.50 next month. Bring the math right to your child's level. Have them watch their money grow. And let them choose the trade-off between instant gratification and exponential growth. Let me show you how powerful this is with a real-world example. In our family, my kids caught on quickly. After about 6 months, they had saved up enough to be earning $20 a month just from the interest alone. Sometimes that's their spending money for the month. My son's been all about basketball cards lately, and every month he gets to decide, new cards now, or even more next month if he waits. But don't just take it from me. One parent I worked with shared that her daughter, Lily, started with 3 simple jars at age 7. By the time Lily was 11, not only did she consistently save a portion of every allowance, but she'd started to negotiate chores for higher earning rates, and actually explained compound interest. Yes, at 11, to her cousins at a family dinner. Now that's real ownership. According to a Rowe Price survey, 74% of parents feel uncomfortable talking about money with their kids. But those who do report much higher savings rates and positive financial behaviors by their teens. The difference is undeniable. Now, if you're thinking, how do I even start this at home? I've got you covered. I created a free printable 3 jars worksheet, something you can literally print off and use with your kids as soon as this video ends. The link is in the description below. Seriously, tap into that resource. It's what my clients and I use all the time, and it makes everything easy to track. Screenshot or download it now so you remember to try this with your kids this weekend. But what about making generosity tangible and exciting for your kids? Whether they're 5 or 15, that's step 4, making giving real. If you go to church or a community center, have your kids bring their give money and personally place it in the basket or box. Pause and celebrate this. Kids need to feel the impact of generosity, not just hear about it. Or, maybe you want to collect giving money throughout the year and then choose a bigger cause. In our home, we get the World Vision catalog every winter. For $10, your child can provide a chicken that supplies eggs for an entire family in Africa. Your child can literally look at that $10 in the give jar and say, this is changing someone's life. This turns saving and giving from vague concepts into lived lessons. Real-world situations pop up. Too, one of my clients shared how, when a classmate's home burned down, their own kids took money from their give jar and brought it in to help the family directly. The feeling of knowing, my money made a difference, is something kids never forget. Would you try the interest jar trick with your child, or is there something holding you back? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear both your excitement and your questions. If you remember when you first got your own money jar, or wish you had, share your age below. Let's compare experiences across generations. Here's something you might find surprising. According to the same Cambridge study, the earlier you start, the bigger your child's advantage over 90% of their peers. It's that simple. Every year you wait, you're delaying years of compounding habits that could pay off forever. Now let's quickly recap, so you can take action today. Step 1. Start with 3 jars, spend, save, give. Use a fixed split for ages 5 to 9, try 40-40-20. Step 2. Transition to kid-driven allocation and except give stays non-negotiable, so around age 10. Step 3. Act as the bank. Pay your child visually exciting interest rates to reward saving. Step 4. Bring giving to life with real impact. Church, charity catalogs, or spontaneous opportunities. And don't forget, you can download my free 3 jars worksheet right now. The link's below. For your next steps, set a family meeting this week for 5 to 10 minutes. Introduce the jars. And print the worksheet. By next month, your child will make their first allocation and, with the interest incentive, see their savings grow, track balances together every month. So the learning compounds, too. After 3 months, see how your child's split changes as they make these decisions. I guarantee you'll be amazed by how quickly they begin to value saving and giving. Not just spending. If this sounds like a practical and empowering way to raise money-smart kids, let's keep this conversation going. Screenshot the worksheet, leave your story or questions below, and most important, share this video with parents in your circle who want their child to be in the top 20% financially literate for life. The earlier you start, the bigger their advantage, and together, we can give a whole generation a lifelong head start. Let's quickly recap so you can take action with confidence. Start with the 3 jars, spend, save, and give for kids as young as 5, using an easy split like 40-40-20. As your child gets older, switch control to them, while give non-negotiable. That's where ownership starts. Supercharge saving by becoming the bank and paying cleared at exciting interest rates on the save jar. This turns an abstract idea into a visible, powerful habit. Anchor generosity with real-world giving moments and stories to make the impact truly felt. Your immediate next step. Set aside 10 minutes this week. Introduce the 3 jars using the free downloadable worksheet, link below, and do your child's first allocation together. In the next 30 days, track how their spending, saving, and giving choices evolve. Over 6 to 12 months, make the monthly bank meeting a ritual so your child can watch their money, and the lessons grow month by month. The earlier you start, the greater your child's advantage over their peers. Compounding every single year. Ready to join a community of proactive, money-smart families? Download the worksheet. Like and comment with your story, and share this with at least one parent you care about. Subscribe to Mark Invests for more step-by-step financial education made practical for real families. Next week, I'll show you another principle the honest wealthy use to help their kids save thousands, without spoiling them. Comment below the age when you first wished you learned about money, or your biggest question for your family. I answer the top ones every video. Remember, all strategies shared here are for educational purposes only, and every family's situation is different, so adapt these ideas to what fits you best.